don't need therapy to quit watching pornography. In some cases, other forms of support would be much more effective to help you with your ultimate goal of stopping watching lustful adult content. In this video, I'll explain the different types of people who have problems with compulsively using pornography and which type of help would be most beneficial to each person. Let's start with therapy. For which kind of people is therapy most effective to help them with their pornography issue? Therapists are licensed and trained to help with the most severe psychological disorders. If you have severe trauma in your past, especially sexual trauma, which is related and interwoven into your pornography compulsions, you should see a licensed psychotherapist who is trauma-informed and specializes with sexual addiction and trauma. If your compulsions and pornography addiction is so bad that you are thinking suicidal thoughts or thinking about hurting yourself or hurting others or doing violent sexual actions to others, you need to see a licensed, registered psychotherapist for these kind of severe issues. Now, if that's not you and you still have compulsions to watch a lot of pornography and you want to quit, pay attention because I'll explain another option that most people aren't even aware of. So you have registered psychotherapists and you have professional coaches. The difference between a therapist and a coach can be boiled down to a few key points. Therapists will diagnose you with a condition, create a treatment plan, but more importantly, generally speaking, therapists are really good about going into your past and helping you heal things in your past. And they're very focused on trauma and stories and things from your past. Coaches are very good at looking to the future, helping you focus on that vision of who you want to become, that potential that you're stepping into, and helping you change your behavior today, change your behavior this week and going forward so that your behaviors align with that vision of yourself in the future. Sometimes a coach is not equipped to help someone change their behavior if the root of that behavior issue is, as I mentioned earlier, rooted in deep trauma from your past. If you have severe trauma, you need to work with a registered psychotherapist. Unless you're carrying some real baggage, what you need is to get clarity on where you're going in the future and then work with a coach with deep conversations to help you get on track to changing your behavior today to align with that future person. Another key distinction between a therapist and a coach is coaches, when they focus on something specific, it is likely that they have been through that themselves. So for example, you might see a therapist who went to school and studied sexual addiction and read papers about people who use pornography, but they might not have any issues with that in their life. Coaches like myself who help men quit watching pornography, I've been there. I was in the depths of a pornography addiction, compulsively using it every day and feeling the pain and the shame of wanting to quit and being unable to. That kind of personal connection allows us to form a deeper emotional trust with each other because you know I've experienced what you're experiencing. I've been there. Therapists might not have actually been through what you're going through. So those are your two best options for one-on-one support. You either work with a licensed psychotherapist if you have severe trauma or suicidal ideation, or if you're thinking about hurting yourself or hurting others, you really need professional help, licensed, registered psychotherapist help. If you want to focus on the future and you want to change your behavior today, leave pornography addiction behind you and work with someone who you trust who has been through this, you should look to working with a coach. Someone like myself who has overcome his pornography addiction and is now helping men like you do the same. If you don't want to work with a therapist and you don't want to work with a coach and you still need support, I have one other option for you. If you thrive best in group environments, I would highly recommend into joining a men's group. There's a variety of how this looks. But I joined one in my local area, and it's a group of about 8 to 12 guys who sit in a circle every week and talk deeply and share deeply about the real stuff going on in their lives. This was transformative for me to be able to speak openly and honestly about my lust, about my compulsions, and share that with men looking around the room and not be rejected by them, but actually have their response be support for me and gratitude for my vulnerability and ability to share. So I would recommend wherever you live, see if there is a men's group in your local area that will give you face-to-face, real in-person connections with other men, talking about the deeper issues, looking them in the eye, and getting that support and that accountability. If you really want to supercharge your transformation and you want to work one-on-one with someone who's directly dedicated to you in solving this problem, then look into working with a coach such as myself to help you overcome this. If you have severe trauma or suicidal ideation or thoughts of violence in your mind, think about looking to work with a registered psychotherapist to help you address those issues. I hope this video has given you more clarity, and if you have any more questions, please leave a comment and let me know what they are. If you want more resources to help you on your journey to quitting watching pornography, click the link in the description of this video where you can download a free PDF guide that I created with 5 steps to help you quit watching pornography. If you're ready to make the leap and see if working with a coach like myself is a good fit for you, then click the second link in the description where you can schedule a free breakthrough call with me. We'll talk about your issues, we'll talk about your goals and your vision for the future, and see if it's a good fit for me to work with you as your personal coach to supercharge your progress and your transformation. I hope this video was helpful. See you next time.